Good evening, boys and girls. Welcome to Uncle Tub's teeny tiny house book club. How's everybody doing? I hope you're okay. In the house we've got Clucky the chicken. Come on, you. Oh, you almost bit me, Clucky. Don't do that. And of course, the macaw's here. Hello, macaw. He's up. Don't eat the phone, macaw. Please, don't eat the phone. Oh, you're messing up my camera. All right, we have to sing him a song. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the sky so bright. Okay, wonderful. Now we have a long list of nieces and nephews out there that I want to give shout outs to. First, Skylar, Ryan, and Summer in Brooklyn. Hello, how are you? Your Aunt Shay wants me to say hello to you. She loves you very much. And also Logan and Niall. Hello in Rockaway. All right. Then we've got Damien and Violet O'Keefe. They're also they're up in Bell Harbor. We've got Devin Duffy. Oh, no. They're in Breezy Point. Devin Duffy is out in Long Beach. Beckett Johnson and his buddy Bowen Respis. They're down in Bellhaven, North Carolina. We've got Piper and Peyton Kaufman, and they are down in Florida. Hello, girls. Hello, everybody. And, of course, Charlie Falcone. How are you, Charlie? I hope you're doing well. And then there's also in the Carolinas, Barrington and McRae. Your Aunt Stephanie wants to say she loves you and misses you very, very much. All right, today's story is Fiona Flamingo, and it's by Rachael Eurytia Chu and Kate Jeffery. Illustrations by Kate Jeffery. All right, we have only one question and 2 life lessons. I'll tell you the life lessons at the end of the story, but the question is, what were Fiona's feelings throughout the book? Fiona has lots of feelings. She's a colorful bird there. On a beautiful sunny afternoon where life was simply the best, a little flamingo named Fiona hatched from her egg in a nest. Oh, look at that. Little Fiona grew up making lots of friends. They played flamingo games from day's start to day's end. Just like you and your friends. As time passed, the birds all became stronger. They also got pinker, and their feathers grew longer. We all kind of grow up, don't we? They turned pinker and pinker with each feather they grew. They got bigger and bigger until some of them flew. Love flamingos. Fiona remained featherless until it happened one night. She woke up with feathers, but they were bright white. The other flamingos gasped and stared at her in shock. They couldn't believe what they were seeing and wildly began to squawk. Oh, her friends looked at the white feathers, not knowing what to think. You're not the right color. Flamingos are supposed to be pink. Oh, poor Fiona. With everyone shouting, Fiona began to get scared. She looked at her feathers and then she looked at theirs. You don't have to be so loud, and please don't make a scene. That's when Fiona started shaking and her feathers turned to green. Oh no! When her friends saw the change, they squawked louder and meaner. Fiona got anxious and her feathers grew greener. Her friends looked at the green feathers, not knowing what to think. Stop being so silly, Fiona. Flamingos are supposed to be pink. Oh no, said Fiona. This is worse than just bad. But her friends kept on squawking, and then Fiona got mad. You're making me angry, she jumped and furiously said. That's when Fiona started yelling, and her feathers turned to red. The flock became silent, hoping things would get better, but Fiona got madder, and her feathers grew redder. Her friends looked at the red feathers, not knowing what to think. Don't you think you should calm down now? Flamingos are supposed to be pink. They all rushed to hug her, and now Fiona felt bad. Her anger was fading, but now she felt sad. Oh, no. She whimpered and cried, I'm all mixed up in blue. That's when Fiona started sobbing, and her feathers turned to blue. The flock watched from afar, and their concerns grew truer, but Fiona just got sadder, and her feathers grew bluer. Her friends looked at the blue feathers, not knowing what to think. Just what kind of bird are you? Flamingos are supposed to be pink. No one could cheer her up, so instead they stayed away. That's when Fiona got lonely, and her feathers turned to gray. A young chick floated up, with a gaze so pure and true. I hope my feathers change colors when I'm as big as you. Aww. Fiona flashed a happy smile, and her feathers erupted in color. It was a surprise to everyone. No feather was like any other. Pink, white, and green, red, blue, and gray. She was every single color now, and that's the way she'd stay. The entire flock gathered around, and Fiona gave a big wink. I guess we've all learned a lesson here. Flamingos don't have to be pink. Oh, there's the little chick. Oh, that was a fun story now. All right. So, what were Fiona's feelings, boys and girls? Well, when she turned white, she was very confused, right? I'm going to just go over the answers with you. Confused. And then she got scared, right? And then she was anxious. She was, why am I not pink? I just want to be like my friends. And then she got mad because her friends were teasing her, right? And she grew madder and madder. And then her friends were like, oh, we're sorry we were mean to you. And then she felt sad because she was kind of angry too. So she felt sad and she felt bad and she felt mad. And then when she turned gray, because they wouldn't mess with her anymore, she was lonely. And then at the end, of course, she was excited and happy. All right, now, there are two lessons here. Like Fiona, we all have feelings. Human beings, we all have feelings. And it's okay to have all types of feelings. You may have had those feelings that Fiona had, right? But like feelings are just temporary, right? Sometimes you're angry, sometimes you're sad, sometimes you're happy. Feelings are only temporary. And situations are also temporary, right? We go to a party, it's temporary because then we leave and we go home, all right? And just like what we're going through these days, it's also temporary. Now, the next lesson, and this is the most important, it's okay to be different from your friends. At the end of the day, just like Fiona, her differences were celebrated. And that's about you too. What makes you different from all your other friends is what is celebrated by even your friends. All right, boys and girls, that was a fun story. Toodaloo, toodaloo, toodaloo. Your turn. Toodaloo, toodaloo, toodaloo.